and welcome to the second episode of My Cyber Why, a glimpse into the life and world of experts around the globe who are dedicated to protecting cyberspace. In each episode, we ask 4 questions: who you are, what you do in cyber, why you do it, and how can people get involved or learn more. Today, I'm really excited to introduce you to a very, very interesting person. I feel very lucky to know. His name is Tomi Salmenpää. I probably said that wrong. And he's the Chief Advisor of Aviation Security at the Finnish Transport Safety Agency, Trafi. Welcome, Tomi.
Thank you, Diana. It's my pleasure to join this interview. And yes, my name is Tomi Salmenpää, and I'm working to the Civil Aviation Authority of Finland. More precisely, the organization is Traffic and Communications Agency nowadays. So it's very interesting combination of transport and communication, such as cybersecurity as well. And yeah, my role in this my organization. Pardon?
Yeah, what do you do?
So yeah, I coordinate aviation cybersecurity very, very broadly. That means I work with our organizations in Finland, such as airlines, air navigation service providers, airports, and those organizations who are quite a critical part of the infrastructure. But then I work also internationally, because we only have one aviation system globally. So the international collaboration is really the key for the success.
With cybersecurity in aviation, I mean, how recent is it that cyber was something that came into the realm of the global aviation system, or has it been involved for a long time? I know software has been something that's been part of planes for decades.
Sure. Since the aviation system has evolved over the times from 1950s, then the cybersecurity has been there. It's perhaps better known as information security, but of course, when everything is becoming more interconnected, then these concerns and threats and risks, they are coming more into the picture. So we are now more in kind of a more integrated world in the aviation as well.
Okay. And why? What is your cyber passion? Why did you choose to go into this field and this work?
Well, actually, my background is from the technical part of the aviation, and more precisely, I'm kind of an airplane guy from my background. So I've been working with those airworthiness stuff, which is more precisely what the aircraft or the systems, how they are working together in the aviation world. And I have been living the operational life, the pressure in the field. And but when I joined the Civil Aviation Authority, then I was nominated to focal point in the cybersecurity, and this is really interesting world, and I have been doing this like 4-5 years now, the cybersecurity, and also actually doing doctoral thesis at the moment about the subject.
Oh, okay. Can you speak a little bit about what your doctoral thesis, your work is on?
Yes, it's about the overall very holistic aviation system-wide risk management. What I'm researching, not only like in the past, aviation has been working in kind of own parts, domains, would call it, kind of aircraft. Then we have the air navigation service provider, airport, and such kind of a stuff. But we have to think the aviation system as one system. So we are developing kind of more holistic risk management methods for the whole system. So that's very shortly what I'm doing.
Okay, and yeah, when you say whole system, it's because planes don't just stay in one geographic area. Very often we take planes internationally. We go country to country over many other countries while we're flying. So that's why this has to be one system and one approach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. When the aircraft is flying around the world, it's interconnected to many systems, and then that change country and change ANSP during the same flight, and they are very much interconnected, and also other systems such as satellite systems. So it's very one system of systems what we are talking about.
Okay. And do you ever look at what goes on the plane itself on the consumer side? So many planes have Wi-Fi now, for example. Is that part of your coverage? Or are you focusing more on what happens with the pilots, the communication with the ground?
Yeah, definitely. Those entertainment systems on board, in-flight entertainment systems, that's also part of the game. And yeah, it's really the whole system. And of course, at the airport, there are many systems which are kind of some kind of a problem at the airport quite soon affect the whole aviation system. So it's not only what is happening on board.
Oh, right. So yeah, something on the ground may actually have an impact. So you have to be aware of activity on the ground, communication on the ground, and then up to the plane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense. All right. So if people are concerned about cyber and aviation security and want to learn a little bit more, where could they go to learn more, or how could they get involved? Or would you just say, if you're a flyer, what else should they be thinking of anything, or we just thank the great people like you doing the work to help keep us safe in the skies?
Well, I think I like to take very pragmatic approach to the cybersecurity. So it's not only technical part of that, it's also people and processes. And actually, even in our civil life, we are affected many ways by the cyber world. So and in aviation, that means that, like in the previous, when I mentioned about that the aviation has been there, the cyber has been there many years. That's about how the aircraft is flown, which methods they use to operate the aircraft, how are the contingency procedures in place when the systems are not working properly, and actually all kind of malfunctions or even defects which are part of the normal life. There are always contingency procedures in place in aviation. So I just tried to say that I would take very pragmatic view in aviation and in everyday life and in other sectors as well to the cyber, not only technical part of it, but also how we are aware of kind of interdependencies of different systems and how people actually are part of the cyber world. So I encourage to think that way also.
So, okay, so maybe also, like, we're getting on the plane with our phones, think about cyber hygiene and being good cyber citizens, both on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, and I can ensure you that those IFE systems, they are very much separated from the, for example, from the critical systems in the aircraft. It's part of the design of the aircraft. So it's kind of a well-known subject in aviation.
Yeah, the network, the segmentation. All right. Any other thoughts for the audience?
Well, I think it's as I said, it's me personally, sometimes it feels that in the aviation, actually, we already have a very good safety and security culture in place. So I would also like to highlight that is something what we are using in the cybersecurity as well. So we are implementing cybersecurity to the existing very strong safety and security culture, and we are not creating own kind of a silo about cyber. So we are actually taking cyber as part of the operational life more and more. So that is something I would also like to encourage as a kind of a general keynote, so to say. So it's and it's the way to go, and that is the way also how we can engage every one of us to this work, and that's the way to go.
I like that. So yeah, you're saying that, as we look at the physical systems, the operational systems, and weaving cybersecurity now and the design and planning of all of that. So a system of systems, the systems of the planes, the interaction of the humans with the planes, and then the big global aviation system.
Yes.
It's a lot. I don't know how you do it all. It's a lot to do, but thank you very much for doing the work that you do. Thank you, Diana, for the interview. It was my pleasure. All right. And thanks everybody for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.